Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you a brief how to play, setup, and playthrough of Origin's First Builders. So this is a worker placement game. Your workers are your citizens dice in 5 different colors. You do have access to 2 additional dice in a 2-player game, which are called the speaker dice. The citizen dice are considered to be part of your population, so those are yours to keep and continue using. However, the speaker dice are a temporary use worker. Once you use it, it goes back to this area to obtain again and I'll show you how to obtain that in a few moments. Basically, you are trying to get the most victory points, which is tracked on this outside track here. There's a few ways to earn victory points. The best way is by when you close your districts and completing the sequence of colors through the building tiles. You can see there are different colors on the top. So this one you would need 1 yellow, 2 red, and another one of any color in a 2x2 grid. It doesn't have to be exact, like it doesn't have to be in that configuration. It could be like that. You could flip it and mirror it. As long as there's 2 red, a yellow, and one of another color in a 2x2 grid that you're going to be building off of your palace and agora buildings you start with, you would, when you close the district by placing a dice. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So for this one, this is how you start out with the agora and the palace on top of each other. So say I build 2 red and a yellow around my agora. That would actually complete this card. See, 2 red, yellow, and one of any color. When I close it, if I close it with a red die, first of all, I will get to activate the 2 red because they match the color of the dice, and the agora is always reactivated when it's part of a closed district. And what I mean by activating, down on the bottom, there's an ability that these buildings do. When you place them, it activates, and then when you close the district with a dice, they activate if it matches the dice. For instance, this one says, choose one of your unused red freemen. These are called freemen when they're in your population, and gain VP equal to its value. Afterwards, reduce its value by 1. So if I happen to have a red dice in my population, so in this instance, it's a 1, but if it was a 5, I would get 5 victory points, and then I would have to reduce it down to a 4. That's the ability of this particular building. So let me put these back. So that's how you close a district. And in my opinion, that is the best way to gain points quickly, because when you close the district, you could see there's victory points right here. The first time you close it, you get the highest points. So we would get 12 victory points immediately. They each have 2 gold near them. If the gold's still there when you close it, you also get all the gold. The next person to close it, although they didn't get the gold, if it's their first time closing their district and matching this sequence, they still get the max victory points of 12. But each time you close it again, if you've already closed it, you get the lesser points, which is 7. So that is the fastest way and the easiest way, not easy, but the fastest way to gain a lot of victory points at once. I ended up with 80 some points. He didn't match any of those, and he only ended up with 30 some points. So you could see it was a huge difference, and I think I did it 4 times, because the cool thing is some of these are similar. So it would be easy for you to do another one right beside one, like the 2 reds. See, both these have 2 red and a yellow. You could just start over here right beside it and just add a blue and another one of another color, and bam, you've basically done another district quickly. So there was one time I was able to do 2 at one time, which is pretty cool. I think I had 2 red, a blue. Yeah, that's how I did it. I had one with 2 red, a blue, and an orange. So I actually completed both those at the same time because remember, these gray ones are any color. So you're able to complete 2 of them quickly. You can do the same here. There's a yellow. So these are random. There's quite a few of these to choose from. We randomly chose them, and it just so happens that 3 of them are very similar with just 1 color variation. So it's very easy to stack those on top of each other if you do it right. And you get those here. There's always 1 of each color available, and one of your actions that you can do is building, which is represented here by the little hammer. When you activate a hammer, you can purchase one of these for the stones that's listed on the card. That one is 2. And depending on where they are in the level, you have to pay a certain amount of wisdom. So this one would cost 0 wisdom, but 2 stones. That one would be 1 wisdom, 3 stones. So the stones vary based on obviously the ability that that building has. When someone takes one and builds it into their district, you move the rest of them up and you replace it with the exact same color. So there's always every color out there for you to be able to purchase. The amount, however, varies based on where it is in the levels. You can also build a tower level, which right here is the tower discs. Basically, there's 1 of each color to start, and then based on the district cards, you put to match these little towers right here, you put the same amount of disc to match. So this one would add an orange, purple, and blue, and then you go through each card and add a disc to match these colors there. So that's all the discs that are available to be purchased to upgrade your palace. The palace, basically, these tower discs that are on your palace at the end of the game, so it multiplies. Like say I had 2 red in my district. So I had 2 red. Let me see how that works again, make sure I'm explaining it right. Okay, so for each citizen die, so say I had a citizen dice and I leveled up my tower by 1 tower disc. For each citizen dice you have in the seat of power, which is in a closed district, you get the points on the dice at the end of the game times the number of discs you have on your palace in that color. So in this instance, if I had 2 discs and the 3 on the dice, I would get 6 points on the victory points at the end of the game to add to my points. Obviously, the higher the disc, the higher the amount of pips on your die, the higher points you're going to get, and the more tower discs you have on your palace, the more points you're going to get. So once you get a few dice in your closing your districts, you're going to want to focus on purchasing those tower discs to bump up the points you're going to get at the end of the game. So that's another way that closing these, matching these, and purchasing the tower disc to match your dice are a great way to get victory points in this game really quickly to get a lot. Another action you could do is an encounter. These all spin. They go up by 1 pip requirement each time you use it. They start out at 1 pip, meaning you could put a dice value of 1 or higher to do one of these actions. Once someone uses it, it goes up to 2, and it keeps going around each time, and then eventually it will roll right back around to 1. So it gets harder and harder to do the actions. You have to have a die of that value or higher. The only exception is if you say I have a 5 and it's at 6. I can spend 1 wisdom for each pip difference remaining to be able to use that, do that encounter. So it gets kind of expensive if you have low dice and they're all up in 5s and 6s, and that does happen. They do get all up to where they're 5s and 6s, and it gets to where you're paying a lot of wisdom to do the encounters until they flip around. You also run into, if you're not careful, you run out of citizen dice, because at the end of each round, any used citizen dice that's on the main board, you're going to pull it back and it increases by 1. So this 5, if you had it up here on your population disc, when you bring it back, that 5 is going to become a 6. So the next time you use that dice, if it's already a 6 at the end of the round and you pull it back, you can't use it again. It goes down here in your, what is that called? The advisor? It becomes an advisor. And these are worth victory points at the end of the game. However far over to the right you get is the amount of victory points. The first one's worth 1. The second, if you have 2 dice, it's worth 3. If you have 3 dice there, it's worth 6. You can't have 2 dice of the same color. So if I wanted to place another purple, say I got another purple, you immediately gain the points wherever it would go. So say it would go here, I would immediately gain 3 points on the victory track, and that dice would go away back into the supply. You can only have 1 of each color down here as an advisor. The cool thing about the advisor is once you have different colored dice down here, your Archon can then he can act as if he is that color. Until you have dice down in your advisor section, he is of no color. So this is another worker you can use. The amount required doesn't matter. He can be any amount. So you can go anywhere. So this is what you use no matter what. When these are at 6, you can use him and there's no problem. The only thing is he is of no color value until you have dice down here in your advisor section. And the reason you want that, see these color bonus tiles right here? If you place a dice, say I place a purple one here on my population disc, it matches the mothership color. So not only do I get to choose one of these top 2 actions to do for placing the dice there, I also can do the bonus tile because it matches. So that's one reason you would want to have different color dice other than the points, because it gives this guy more abilities to do those bonus tiles, which you get more bang for your buck that way. If you place a number 6 die on any of these, that means you get to do both of the actions on top if you want. You don't have to choose just one. So the 6s, if you place a 6 of the same color, so say this was a 6, I would get to do all 3 of those actions, which is very beneficial. So majority of the time you're going to be doing the encounters. Another thing you can do, it's not an action, but it's one of these encounter actions that you can just choose to do, is to increase your location on the temples. There's 3 temples. So there's 1 here on the bonus, and there's 1 here on the default ones. You pay 1 stone here to go up 2 spaces on any of the temples. There's 3. There's I don't know the names of them. This is the leaf, mountains, and water. I guess forest, probably mountain and water. Mm-hmm. So you go up 2 spaces and you get to immediately take the Zodiac card that's on top, and they also have special abilities. All of these are things you get to do when you close a district, or this one, every time you purchase a new building, you may place it over a farm location if you do not pay any wisdom. If you do not pay any wisdom in stone. So if you turn these over, which we never did that, you can make them a farm, which they have no abilities. I don't understand why you would do that. I've not figured out to
finish those.
You can do that anyway. It's any color. The only benefit I could think of is one, you can get it without any stones or wisdom. I guess, yeah, that's really the only thing I think of is to finish that for free. You're right. That'd be the only reason. I think there might be some abilities that reference farms in these tiles. We never came across one, but there probably is more benefits that I'm not aware of. But you gain these. You can gain the card of the temple that you went up in immediately, no matter where it's at. If it's with another player or on the board, those will be moving around as players move higher up on the temple. At the end of the round, whoever is in first place of that temple gets the card. The other thing you can do, based on an action up here, these little red circles that they match this. This is the military track. You can move up the military track, and if you are on a space that has a resource beside it, then you want to go to a spot that allows you to attack, that has little swords. If you attack, there's several that you can do. You get the resource, and you get points for every what are these called? The superiority spaces. You get 1 point for each one of those you've passed, and you get 1 victory point for every player that's behind you every time you attack. So that's a good bonus, but I will say it's hard to move up very far on this track because at the end of the round, you have to move backwards to where you're adjacent to the closest one of these that are behind you. So if you move to here and it's the end of the round, you're going to have to move right back there. So I found it very difficult to really move very far, and I don't feel the resources here are really worth it. You could get all that stuff here for less work. Wouldn't you agree? I don't think the military track's really that great of a thing, in my opinion. I didn't use it very much. The only other benefit is if you're first on the military track, you get the first player token. If you really want to go first each time, that might make it worth it. I found this to be kind of irrelevant, in my opinion, but maybe, again, I'm missing something. I thought the most beneficial things in this game was this, the tower discs, and of course the encounters and these. These two, they weren't that, we didn't really do these that much. And this one at the end of the game is kind of frustrating. So say Anthony was all the way up here, I think. He was up here.
I was up here.
His other two were right here. So at the end of the game, you have to get rid of your token that's in the highest position on one of the temples, and you only add the points for the other two. So he lost all those points that he would have got. He could have won the game. He only got 3 points. So he worked really hard to get that one up. And so if you're going to focus on the temples, you need to get all of them kind of up equally and not one way up, or your work, all that work you did was for nothing. So that's these two, I don't really think they really add much to the game. But again, that could, and I don't feel these aren't that like life-changing of abilities to make it really worth it to like work really hard to waste your turn to try to get that card. That's, again, my opinion. But so I think I explained most of it, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't go through these yet, but that's like the basics of the game. So the setup is you roll one of each color, place them here. If it's a 6, you re-roll it. They can only be 1 through 5. And then you place them in order based on lowest number to highest. If there's ties, then you break the tie with whichever card is lowest on this board is placed first in order. You put 2 speaker dice, same thing. You roll them. If there's a 6, you re-roll it, and it has to be a 5 or less. You give each player one of each resource, the gold, wisdom, food, and coins. You give them a palace token, an agora building, and you give 1 tower token of each tower disc of each color on the palace. We get 6 of the what are those called? Forgot what those are called. I went blank. Population bases. And that's basically what you put your dice on, so you know whose dice is whose when you're placing them out on the board. You start out with 2 to use, and then you can purchase these for food. It's 2, 4, 6, and 8 food to bring these out up to the top to use for the rest of the game. And of course, you get your Arcan and a player aid, and that's what each player starts with. You randomly shuffle each of these, put 1 of each color. I already told you how to do these. These all start at 1. That's another little gripe of mine. These are very hard to read. They should have made these like dice where the actual pips on them are either white or black, so you could actually see. You will notice when we're playing, we have to constantly, it's actually easier to see with all the lighting during the video. I can actually see them.
Yeah.
If you don't have really bright lighting to the side, you are not going to be able to see these. If you are like in a normal room, normal game room where you have a light above you, they do not illuminate it enough to, it actually puts a shadow on it where you can't even read them. But we have a lot of lights around us, so I can actually see these really well right now. But a normal gaming situation, you are not going to have lights all around you. So that's my one gripe. I'm glad we can see them right now. There are a certain amount of dice you remove of the different colors of the citizen dice based on the number of players. I think we took 2 of each, if I remember. Because you're part of the in-game triggers are when you run out of one color of these, you can't replenish. When 2 of these are empty, or when 1 player is at the top of all 3 temples. I think that's the 3 triggers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. You will be referencing the game a lot, this book a lot. Yes. And I think, isn't that basically it in a nutshell? So we're going to start playing. We'll be explaining as we go. So I'm going to start. I have a red 1 and a yellow 3 and my Archon that I can do actions with. And I can either visit an encounter. I can't close a district because I don't have any districts finished. I can build a tower level at any time if I had enough gold, which I do. I have 1 gold. Or I can grow my population. I don't have enough food to do that. So I am going to place my yellow 3. I'm going to put it here so I can benefit from the bonus. I get my choice of 3 wisdom, or I can play 1 stone to move up on a tower. Wisdom is very important in this game. It's a highly needed commodity because you need it for here and you need it to pay for I don't know if I mentioned that on the citizen dice. If there's a wisdom value underneath when you're able to gain a citizen dice, you have to pay that amount of wisdom. I didn't go over those. We'll go over these as we do them while we're playing. Okay, so I gained 3 wisdom, and I get to do the bonus, and that is any resource. I am going to get the... Actually, can you hand me a stone? The stones are needed to purchase these. Okay, and that's my turn.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the red one.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and upgrade his tower disc on his palace with the red. Okay, so I'm going to place this one here. So I get 1 of each resource, or I can pay 1 to 3 food to increase the pip on my dice, the bottom one, by 1 through 3 based on how many food I pay, or I can pay 1 to 3 to move up 1 to 3 spaces on the military track. Can you give me 1 of each of the stone, food, and wisdom, please? I don't get the gold.
Oh.
You gave me 2 gold. I need food. And then, okay. And then I did match the color, so I can pay 1 wisdom if I want to move either 1 on the military track or attack, which I wouldn't be able to attack because I'm not on anything that can attack. So I guess I'll go ahead and pay that wisdom to move the 1.
My turn.
Mm-hmm. So he gets his choice of any resource and 1 gold, or if he had a population disc free, he could purchase a citizen dice, and he gets to pay 1 stone to move 1 upon any temple if he'd like, because he matched the color. Okay, so all I have left is my Archon. I could build a tower level or grow my population. I have enough. Actually, I think I'm going to grow my population for 2 food. So that pulls this population, that disc up.
Oh, we haven't been moving this.
Oh, yeah, we're bad about forgetting to move those. That's easy to forget. When you use them, you gotta spin them once.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 of these.
He just gets to choose 1 of the top 2. He chose the 3 food. He could have did the build action to build 1 of these. So I'm going to go to, I have an empty population base. I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose to purchase a citizen dice. I have a red and a yellow. So I'm going to pay 1 wisdom to grab the orange. And put that on the empty population base. These slide over. We roll another orange. And I'm not sure. I believe you slide them over and it goes to the right. I don't think it goes in order of pip value at that point. Yeah, I didn't move that.
Oh, did you move this?
No.
Okay, so my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. What am I doing? Not worth doing that.
You don't have anywhere to put it anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to do this. Grow my population.
Okay. Right, and I have 1. He paid 2 food to get another population disc out. I have the orange die, so that moves this up by 1. I can choose to get 3 stones, or I can move up 1 on the military track and attack. I guess I will do. Guess I'll do that. And I get to attack, so I get to pay any resource for 1 gold. I will pay 1 of my stones for gold, and I forgot to grab that last time. I get a superiority token. These allow you to take, when you pass those, another turn right away. And I get one victory point for each of those I pass, and 1 victory point for every player that's behind me. So I get 2 victory points when you attack, is when you gain those points.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
And I pay 1. This 1. Roll blue 1. Still my turn?
How's it start your turn?
I just grabbed the dice that I put on my after I grew my population.
That's your action.
And do you still have action left?
Yeah, I am going to build a tower level.
Oh.
For 1 gold, I'm going to build my orange. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna build tower level. Can you give me the yellow, please?
I'm going to build a tower level, and I'm going to get a yellow as well.
All right, I got.
So the orange and yellow will now cost me 2 gold to build the tower level. The price goes up as your levels grow.
Okay, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna build this. So 2.
Okay.
Let's see. Move 2 spaces on the military track and gain 1 stone food for each player with lower military strength. So we're tied. So really I don't gain anything. Try to gain 1 stone food for each player with. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I should have passed because I can't do anything. So I need to pull my population disc back and increase each of the die by 1.
Yeah, I'm passing, so I'm doing the same thing. Oh, did I ever move this?
I have no idea.
I don't think it did.
Okay, so now we look who's in first. So since I think we're the same, I get to keep the first player marker. So we just go again. We've already increased our dice. So this one's at 2, this one's at 3, that one is 2 or higher, 3 or higher, and 2 or higher. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose to build. I am going to build I'm going to spend 1 wisdom and actually 2 wisdom and 2 stones to build this one. And it's the quarry. I gain 1 stone plus 1 stone for each empty adjacent space. So 1, 2, 3. So I get 4 stones. That's actually a good one.
Mm-hmm. My turn.
Oh, I need to move that up.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting 1 stone.
So he's choosing the top option of 1 of each of the main resources, but not the gold.
All right.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain 3 wisdom and I get 1 resource of any type since it matches. I'm going to get the 4 wisdom.
4 wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You got 1. My turn.
Yep.
I get gold. And get stone. All right.
Okay, so
And I actually do this, huh? If I want to.
if you want, you pay 1 stone to move up 1 on a temple.
And are doing close. There's
And all of these actions are shown in near the back of the book, the main board actions, and then the bonus tiles are right here. So it's very easy to figure out what those mean.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to place my guy there, and I'm going to build. So the red would cost me 2 wisdom, 1 stone, so I need 3 wisdom back. You move 1 space on the military track, or I can perform an attack. It just cost me 1 resource to do that attack. I think I will because you gain points. So I'm going to pay that, and I gain a gold. And I get 1 point because we're equal, so I don't get the point from you. And then I'm going to place that right here.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. You get 1.
Oh, did I put that? I didn't move it up, did I? Did I move? I didn't move this. Did you move this up?
Mm-mm.
Round trackers and things like that, we're not good at remembering to move.
Your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to go here. And I'm going to get 3 stones. And I get to take a citizen dice to use for the bonus because it matches.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm buying 1 of these.
So he's growing his population.
Your turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure someone will comment that we forgot to turn 1 of these. Don't worry about it. We know. We forget.
A lot. Okay, so I'm going to use that special dice and get 3 wisdom. And I pass. I never turn mine back over.
My turn.
So it means I have to take all my dice back and move them up by 1. This one goes up by 1.
Okay, I am doing this. So, and I'm getting this one. It's my turn still.
You gotta re-roll a red one. Why would it still be your turn?
So I got dice. And you
Oh yeah,
pass.
passed.
Let's see. So I'm gonna get 3.
So he's getting 3 wisdom.
All right.
Okay, so you're done.
Yep, passing.
Okay, so end of round, we that's also in the back here. So end of round, oops, that's the end of the game. You return all speaker dice. We've already done that. Person furthest on the military track, we're in a tie, so the military strength that's at the bottom of the track receives full mark. I'm at the bottom.
Oh, this needs to go.
What?
Back.
Oh yeah, we moved backwards closer to that. No one's moved on the temple, so no one gets any of those. And then you check game ending conditions, which we are not there, but we are close here because if we buy this yellow, that will be the end of the game.
That's fast.
Okay, so of course you play out the round. It'll be end of the game at the end of the round, not like immediately. So I'm going to build. Or higher to go there. So I'm going to do the build action, and I'm going to buy this red one. It will cost me 3 wisdom, 1 stone. And as you can see, I will be able to close that district and get this bonus once I do so. Oops, I moved all my discs.
My turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I need to do the ability. Choose one of your unused red freemen, gain VP equal to the value. So I get 3 victory points, but I have to reduce this down to a 2. Okay.
You need to put a new red one. Okay. And I'm going to buy that. Your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to go. Did I move this up? Did I move it up?
No, I did.
For me or for you?
Yeah, I already did yours.
Okay. So I'm going to go here and get 3 food.
Okay. Go here. Grab this one.
And did you pay the stone and the wisdom?
Yep. Oh, actually, I didn't have the stone. Sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay, so I'm not doing that.
You didn't move it up, so it's fine.
All right.
So he's just getting 3 stones. Okay, so I'm going to go. Here, I need to pay 2 wisdom because I'm too shy on my dice. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Wait, no, take that. I'll take those back. I'm using this. This would be the smart thing to do. Then I'm going to use this option, spend my 3 food to move the pips up to a 5 on this dice. And that's it.
Okay. Move here.
Oh, forgot to move this.
So I'll pay 1 and 3.
So he is purchasing the building. Did you activate the ability? Have you been activating your abilities as you get them?
Yeah. Gain 2 VP for each of your red buildings and 2 VP for each red freeman you have. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, and then this one, advance 2 steps on the forest temple. You can spend 1 gold to advance 1 step on another temple.
That one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend it.
Okay. You done?
Yeah, don't I get
No.
2? I have to finish this one.
So you don't get it till you close a district.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
closing
thought.
a district. So I did meet the criteria for this. So I get 2 gold. And I get 12 victory points. Oh my gosh. For completing it. I get to activate all 3 of these because it matches the dice and it's the Agora. Move 1 space on the military track or perform an attack. So I'm moving there. Choose one of your unused red Freeman. I don't have any unused ones. When you close a district, I get 1 choice of a resource. I'm going to get wisdom. Or no, food. I'll get food.
Food. My turn?
Yep.
I'm going to get 3.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to purchase it cost me 2, the yellow. So that triggers end of game. We're doing this to keep the video short. That triggers the end of game at the end of this round. And then I have to pass because I really don't have anything else that I really need to do. Yeah. I know this is a fast game for this game, but...
I passed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So this goes here, and this becomes a 6. So I ended up with 1 die down here. I'm obviously going to win this one because he doesn't have anything to add to his end of game points, really.
1, 2, 3.
For what?
And a double.
Okay, I get 1. And...
I thought we played one more round.
No. Ends immediately at the end of the round.
Mm.
Okay, so I only have 1 tower disc for my reds. I get 5. He did not close any districts, so none of his tower discs make any difference. Let me make sure.
Oh, yeah, I should have put that there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, it couldn't because it wouldn't be the same.
You get 1 victory point for each leftover gold you have.
Yeah, I would have.
I have 1. Gold.
1.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I don't know. Yeah, if I would have put it there, I would have been able to close it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have gotten any of these points, but yeah, you would have closed it.
Yeah, well done. Oh, I got that one.
How? It's not too random, that. You need 1 more color, 1 more building.
Oh, right here.
The rightmost citizen die. The Zodiac, neither of us got points for that. And then I got so that was a very short version of this game. It normally takes a lot longer. Obviously, wouldn't try to end it so quickly, but we did this for the video purposes just to show you how to play. I won with 24. He had 10. When we played an actual game like you would normally play to try to get as many points as you can, the points are up to 80. So hopefully this helped you to decide whether this is a game you would like. It does have a little bit of setup and tear down. The first game's a little painful because as you can see, there's a lot to remember. You got to remember a lot of little things. There's a lot going on. But if you like worker placement games, like if you like Obsession and games like that, you would like this game because Obsession has a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. So
if you like that level of worker placement games, you should definitely check out this game. If you're a beginner worker placement, you would probably need to build up to this one, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
I know when we first started playing, this would have been too much for me. But now I play a lot of games, so even though it took a little bit to remember everything, it was easy to learn.
And if we messed up,
yeah, apologies. I know we kept forgetting to turn this, and we'd remember after the fact. round trackers and things like this I'm the worst at remembering to do that. But the rule book is really good. It's very easy to follow, very easy to set up, very easy to, there's several really good how to play videos, like Board Game Geek. We watched theirs as well and read, but we watched theirs just to get a gist of it. Then we played and read the book as we played, just to refresh ourselves, make sure we were doing everything right. That's how I would suggest learning this game. Watch a video to see how it's played, and then as you play, have the book handy, and as you go through each action, read, make sure you're doing it right, because there is particular ways to do each action, and it is easy to forget certain things, like remembering to activate these when you buy them, and when you place the dice and close it that matches. Little things like that. So hope you enjoyed our video. Please feel free to leave a comment or question. Give us a like. If you're not already, please subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.